You are again most welcome to today's discussion. We are on part 4 of How Well Are You? Today we look at the people who have been forgetting themselves and taking care of others. Especially being a festive season, I have noticed that there's a lot of stress that comes from the fact that others are expecting you to take care of them. So this brings me to discuss this topic. If you have not already subscribe and join us in our discussions. Feel free also to suggest the topics that you'd want us to discuss. In their book, Jonathan Bird and Sarah Kelly, they discuss child neglect as the lack of needs of the child being met by the parents. And therefore, this is one of the major reasons why people forget themselves later when they become adults, because as children, they did not learn the value of taking care of themselves. Remember, the value of taking care of yourself or your own value and self-worth is learned from the parents who helps you understand that you're worthy, that you're okay as you are. Just by being their child, you're good enough. Just by being their child, whether you're doing something or not, you are loved and you're cared for. In cases where children are allowed to do adult jobs, and this is very common where a child is a firstborn, or in cases where the parent was away and the child was left to parent others or to take care of others. These children grow up to become people who do not know how to care for themselves, but they are always taking care of others. And I have found this very, very common because people get stressed by taking care of others. A good example is this husband or wife who does not take care of the family or is not meeting the needs of their family, but feels the need to meet the needs of their extended family, the needs of the parents, the needs of the sisters and brothers. A lot of couples I have come across having those kind of challenges. And there are also cases of people who really care for the society, that someone can take in 20 or 10 children into their own space while they are not they do not have the capacity to take care of the ones already they have as their own. That also brings us to that conclusion of a person who is forgetting themselves. So looking at forgetting self, how does it manifest and how is it nurtured as in childhood? Children who are taught skills by the parents, because there's a difference between teaching skills and not meeting the children's needs. Children who are taught skills by their parents are present as they train you how to cook, how to clean, how to, wash others, or even to help with the younger babies. Children are present. They are not delegating their duty. They are present teaching you how to do certain things. That way, the child learns skills for life. If it is household chores, a parent is present, not neglecting their duty and delegating it on the child. A parent is present, teaching the child through doing themselves. Parents model what children need to do. If a parent is cooking and teaching a child how to cook, now that is training skills. When a parent is away and allows this child to cook for all the other children and actually even decide what the other children are going to have as a meal, then that is neglect. When a parent goes to work and comes very late and leaves the duty of the older child or one particular child to take care of the rest, ensure that they go to bed, they clean up, they prepare, do homework, then what this parent is doing is they are neglecting their role and they're allowing the child to do. And growing up, if you look at your life, you will be able to differentiate between if you were taught skills or you were allowed to run the home. You were allowed to do the duties of your parents. For some parents who used to, for those who grew up in the village, the parents who would go farming far away, and one child is left with all the responsibilities of taking care of others. Actually, even at the expense of the child play. Some of the people will tell you we were not allowed to play because we were busy taking care of our young ones. Now, that is what we are calling neglect. Some children will tell you it was just about the time. That time everyone used to do this. How do you know you grew up to be healthy or not? If you realize that you are the one who runs the home as an adult, if you're the one who has to understand what is happening at your home, you actually have a responsibility of fixing others. You're the one someone is going to tell, I don't have money, I don't have this, and I don't have the other. Then you realize that you have grown to become the one who runs all the other adults in your home. You're the one who has grown to become the one who runs all the other adults in your in-law family. You're the one who has grown to become the one that runs all the other adults at work or in your community, in the society. Then that tells you you're a person who has grown to be unhealthy. And as much as you look like you're helping others, you are actually forgetting yourself. Where does this lead? This leads us to the question, how well are you when you have to worry about all the others? How well are you when your money comes and you meet the needs of all the others at the expense of your own? How well are you when you meet the need of your spouse and your children and you do not get to enjoy the same income that you do? How well are you when you keep worrying about all the other people and yet you neglect yourself? How well are you? So, thinking about our wellness, we need to be asking ourselves, do I think about my needs first before I think about others? And then again, some cultures teach you that it's selfishness. But then essentially you cannot share what you do not have. So if you do not take care of yourself, you will have nothing to give. How do you take care of yourself emotionally? How do you know you are neglecting yourself emotionally? When someone does certain things to you and you hold these emotions like anger, you hold anger, you're angry with them forever, you're frustrated with them forever, and you keep blaming them for causing you certain things. How well are you? How do you take care of yourself? How do you ensure that you come first? Because if you come first in taking care of your emotions as well, then you think about yourself first. As you go to bed, you ask yourself, do I need to carry this anger? Do I need to carry this frustration? Do I need to continually to be disappointed about certain things that were done to me? If you realize you're continually having negative emotions because people did certain things to you, then you're also forgetting yourself. If you have been forgetting yourself, then you are not well. If you're raising children who you're teaching to take care of other people's needs and not take care of their own, then you're raising children who are going to be adults who forget themselves. You're raising children who will set themselves up to be abused because every other person is going to expect them to take care of them, to take care of themselves financially, emotionally, in every other way, and forget themselves. Thank you for being with us today. If you again have not subscribed, subscribe, like, and share with us the topics that you would want us to discuss.